What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with the full highest defensive stat Pokemon team in Scarlet and Violet. I went through and picked the 6 highest defensive non-legendary Pokemon and put them on one team. I tried to do strategies that sort of involve the defensive stat too, whether it be a move or sort of abilities and things like that. The only stat we got left now is special defense, and that's all of them done. I guess this little mini-series is coming to an end as well. First battle here, this one is on the Pokeball. This is against Question Mark. Now, we have a Breloom lead. My first Pokemon is going to be Claw. So, all the nicknames of the Pokemon, of course, are based on the defensive stat. So, we've got 115 for Claw. Now, I expected a Spore from this Breloom, however, it is going to be going for an Energy Ball. I was like, what? It's a special set. So, this is a Heavy Slam, Fissure, Explosion, Body Press set for Garganacl. 130 defense, of course. So, with the Body Press, that is going to be taking the defensive stat. So, I've got Max Health and I've also got Max Attack, but I'm also using Body Press for the defensive stat. Now, my item is going to be Normal Gem, and I've got Purifying Salt as the ability, and I've got Terra Normal, so I can go Terra Normal Explosion. Breloom has popped a Dynamic Punch, and it missed. What a set. Energy Ball and Dynamic Punch. I guess I thought they were just going to go for another Energy Ball, and yeah, they pulled out the Dynamic Punch. So I've got the Dynamic Explosion, and that is going to be taking out the Breloom and the Garganacl at the same time. So a very, very momentous first couple of turns into this battle. Now, the next Pokemon to come out is going to be a Naughty Hackmon. So if you get any Pokemon with this nickname on the surprise trade, they're hacked, send them to the moon and release them. Now, this Pokemon is going to be Kingambit, and it is a 120 base defense, so a very, very bulky Pokemon. Now, I tried to do like a strategy based around making this bulky, it being a highest defensive stat team. So I thought, oh, it gets Iron Defense. So I got an Iron Defense up there, and Iron Hands is still doing like ridiculous amounts of damage. Then it won the speed tie and took me out there. I had Fury Cutter, Sword Dance, Iron Defense, and Mean Look. It was a PIMPNITE special set, Quick Claw as the item, Max Health and Max Attack. We're going to go back into Clawfear, and this is a Guillotine Rest Sleeve Talk Shell Armor set. I've popped the Guillotine, and that is the end of the naughty little hack Pokemon. It is going in straight to the bin. So that's good. We got 2 Pokemon down. I lost 2, but it's not all that bad. I've still got this Claw going. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed this, right? But with Claw, its cry, it kind of sounds like Titan. They both sort of sound almost like whale, I guess, there. So we got this Claw taking the hit really, really well there from the Qian Pao. It's going to be able to 2-shot me with the Sacred Sword gladly. I wish I could have actually, lived that one. That would have been amazing, and I got the Guillotine off, but I didn't. Next Pokemon is going to be Orthworm. So Orthworm is going to be 145 base defense. This is a very, very bulky set, of course. So we got Coil, Body Press, Iron Tail, and Shed Tail. Octoberry as the item, Earth Eater as the ability, Max Health and Max Defense, Impish Nature. That is going to absolutely destroy Qian Pao. Its Sacred Sword did like nothing to it, which is awesome. Next Pokemon is going to be Garchomp. It's a special set with Fire Blast. You wouldn't read about it. And since I've got the Octoberry there, I took that very, very well. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for Body Press, and it just does nothing. I'm like, wow, what sort of crazy EVs does this Garchomp take? Because I was max offense. So that's a pretty powerful attack there to take so well. So Garchomp's going to finish me off with a Fire Blast. I'm like, what is this Garchomp? Isn't this like Max Health, Max Defense or something like that? Did nothing, really. Like, I'd love to know the damage calculations for that. So we're going to bring in Iron Treads. I've got the Booster Energy. I used the Booster Energy as bait for the Garchomp to go for a Fire move. So what I did is I swapped it out, and I went into Dash Bun to get that well-baked body boost there on the defensive side. That was my plan anyway, and I managed to execute it, getting that nice little boost there. So Dash Bun has 115 defense. We've got Big Root as the item, Well-Baked Body is the ability, Body Press, which works very, very well with Well-Baked Body, because you get a 2 boost on your defense, so 2 stages of defense there after getting hit by a Fire move. So Body Press is like, the go-to move there, really. So we got Body Press, Draining Kiss, Work Up, and Snarl. this guard drop's got bulldoze as well, so a very, very interesting set. So Fire Blast and bulldoze, so it's some weird sort of support. I've got no idea. I was trying to figure out the EVs for this guard drop like for a while after I did this battle. You keep watching, right? So I've got max health and max special attack, modest nature. So I'm really trying to get a lot of workup boost there so I can go for draining kiss, and that'll not only do damage to the guard drop, super effective damage, it'll sustain me as well for my health. So with the big root, that's gonna be really, really nice there, giving a additional 1.3 times on the actual draining moves there, and draining kiss does 75% back of the damage dealt, so it's an extremely good move there to get your health back. And if you've got a lot of special attack, it really, really is good. Garchomp somehow lives that. Don't ask me how it lived that. I've got no idea. There must be some sort of special defense EVs there. I had +3 in special attack. That was a draining kiss too. Sort of scratching my head to know what this Garchomp EVs are. It's pretty cool. So that's going to be in the Garchomp there finally, and we got 2 more Pokemon left. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be Koraidon. Now, this is pretty funny. So, the Koraidon is going to obviously have its little son out there, and then they pop the Terra. So, I'm like, I wonder what Terra we're going to be using on Koraidon today. Now, the Koraidon turned out to be a Terra fighting. So, like, okay, they're just going for the most powerful fighting move. They obviously don't have a lot to hit me with here, considering I'm just, just the fairy type. They've gone for Giga Impact, and it has missed. And I gave Koraidon a nice little kiss goodnight there, and it's going to be having a nice little nap after that one. I got a critical hit too. Didn't matter. Oh, I don't know. It would have been very, very close. But that is the end of the Koraidon, and also that's the end of their Terra too. They completely, I guess they completely wasted it, right? Next Pokemon is Miraidon. So I'm like, oh, I don't know whether I can live this. So that Sponge's defense is very good, but its special defense is only base 80, and its health is only base 57. So I was thinking, yeah, I'm probably not going to live that, and I did. So that completely wiped me. So that's the end of the Dash Bun. Oh, all I've got left now is Iron Treads. It's a special set there, but it's also got Body Press. So we've got Body Press, Steel Beam, Earth Power, and Thunder from Down Under. So the Quark Drive is going to activate. I did use up Booster Energy before, but I did get a Quark Drive to boost my speed. So like, wait a second, I've got Earth Power here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Earth Power on Miraidon, outspeeding it, and it does over half, which is really, really cool. Here comes the Dragon Pulse, because I guess they've got nothing really else to hit me with. I'm going to be going for the Earth Power this time to finish it off there and get the dub here, people. And the opponent cancels on the very, very, very last turn there. I mean, like, really? that's got to be a bit of salt there for sure. Like, wouldn't you just play the battle out? We had an amazing battle there. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if you go have a really good battle there, what's the point of cancelling on the very last set? I don't know. I feel like that's a sportsmanship thing. What do you reckon? Anyway, let's get on to the second battle here. We got another random battle. This one was on the Poké Portal too. So this was whack. So we had this Spore Brute Bonnet, putting my cloth to sleep. Now, I was pretty close into going to Garganacl, but I was a little bit scared of any grass-type moves. So I stayed in here because I've got Sleep Talk on this. Sleep Talk, Rest, and Guillotine. So now they're going to go for a Solar Beam. I'm like, what? So a Solar Beam Brute Bonnet. So I was going for the Sleep Talk here, hoping that I could get a Guillotine. That'd be really cool. And I got Rest. I'm like, okay, fair enough. It happens, right? So now I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk, hoping that I stay asleep. Here comes Solar Beam. I do take that one rather well. And guess what? I woke up and used the Sleep Talk. So that was pretty unlucky there, not getting that. This was max special defense too. If you're wondering how Cloth managed to live a special grass move, that was it. So max health and max special defense, careful nature. So now I know they're going to put me back to sleep to Spore. So I just went right away for the Sleep Talk. So I automatically got to attack, hoping I could get Guillotine. I got Guillotine, but it did not connect, sadly. That would have been absolutely incredible. And then they had Giga Drain. I'm like, what? Solar Beam and Giga Drain? Like, what is going on today? So now we're going to go into the next Pokemon, which is going to be Garganacl. So I'm like, maybe they'll use Spore here, or maybe they'll just go for Giga Drain. So going for the Spore. I'm like, that's good. What I'm going to do is go for Body Press here. So Body Press does a pretty good amount of damage. That is a 3-hit KO. Now I know they're going to go for Giga Drain, and they're going to get a lot of health back. So I'll have to swap. So I'm going to go into the Iron Treads here. Now, the Iron Treads, did I say this even? No, I didn't. Max special attack and max speed, modest nature. And even with the EVs, I actually get a speed booster, which is pretty cool. Now, this said, has also got body press, so I'm just going to be going for that. It only takes 2 of them to take it out. So this has got Giga Drain, Solar Beam, and Spore. I wonder what the last move is. Trailblaze? I have no idea. Like, it's got like all the grass moves you could ever want in your life. So that's going to be then the brute body there. A very, very confusing, interesting start to the battle. So out comes this Samurai. I'm going to go for a Thunder from down under here. Good damage. It does a lot of damage there and does a lot of accuracy there, because I was going to go for Thunder and I was thinking, oh, this is probably going to miss, and, you know, Samurai would have got off scot-free with a Hydra Bump kill, but that didn't happen. I got some good damage. So we're going to go into the King Gambit here. Here comes Drill Run. Now, this is quite bulky set, so I'm going to go for Fury Cutter. Fury Cutter doesn't take it out, but I'm able to live another Drill Run here thanks to the bulk of King Toilet, and I can finish off with a beautiful Quick Claw Fury Cutter. Also, people, if you're enjoying the battle so far and enjoying the videos and you want to support the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Do me a solid there. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Now, what do you think of these Pokemon? Or would you like to see some sort of another stat team after? Maybe you'd like to see the lowest stats. Would you like to see that since we've done the highest ones of Gen 9? Let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. Now, in comes Goldengo here. This is a really, really big counter to my team, sadly. And King Gambit is going to faint there. I did pretty good getting a pretty good amount of damage off there, considering it resisted. So we're going to go to Garganacl here, and it's going to go for Make It Rain. Like, yeah, I'm not living that one. So that is, I knew that was a possibility, but I was like, I got to sack this, right? I feel like it's a good idea to sack that. It'll get a special defense drop. I might be able to, you know, get something going here, try and set it up. So I'm going to go into Orthworm here. Now, Orthworm, it really didn't have a lot to hit it with either with my moves. Like, all I had was, I couldn't use Body Press. Shed Tail wasn't an attacking move. Coil I could use, but you know, I probably didn't have enough time to use it, so I had to go for Iron Tail. So I went for one call there. Call's a great move because it boosts your attack and defense and accuracy. So I know that I can't leave one more Shadow Ball, so I just went for an Iron Tail and got a little bit of damage there. So things are starting to get really, really desperate here. Let me say, have a drink, people. Code SOUL, 30% off on your G Fuel. And we got one more Pokemon left. It's Dash Buzz. Like, now's the time. I gotta try and get back into this game. I am 1-4 down in the battle, and I took out the Goldengo there, which is awesome. So that was really, really good because, you know, Make It Rain would not have tickled there. Next Pokemon is Typhlosion. They have popped an Eruption. Well-Baked Body is going to activate, and I'm going to get a +2 in defense and no damage, which is cool. So now I'm going to go for the workup. I was hoping they'd go for a Fire-type move, or thinking, like, what else can they really do? Now, since they gave me a +2 in defense, Dash Bun is super thick, so it's not doing anything at all. I'm going to be going for a Snarly, just in case I've got another move there, like a coverage move to use against me on the special side. However, they're just going Play Rough and Earthquake, similar to the moves to the Raid Typhlosion. And yes, Typhlosion's flames are out in the battle. It's a very, very big... definitely looks better. Like, you know, I always hated when Typhlosion's flames disappeared. Like, it actually looks very plain without them when you take it away. Like, what do you think? Like, I don't know. Like, I just think it looks like so much cooler with those flames, like, pouring out of the back of its head. So anyway, it's going to keep going for the Earthquake there. I'm getting these workups up because I'm thinking this is going to be my really only opportunity, and Typhlosion lives on 1 health, but it wasn't all that bad. I got a lot of my health back there. I could go for a workup here, and they're going to fight themselves with the Life Orb, so it was okay. Now, there's 2 more Pokemon left. I'm pretty stacked here, but I was like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. There's one Pokemon I'm a little bit worried about. And I knew that Pokemon would be coming out soon. I knew there'd probably be a little Timmy Terra too. So we got Mimikyu. So I was like, yep, here we go. Here's the Terra. The only good thing here is I've got +2 in defense. So if it does have any physical moves, I know that I can at least leave 1. So it's Terra Poison Mimikyu. I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, Draining Kiss is going to resist that. So they're going to go for Terra Blast Poison. I'm like, okay, it's interesting. Here it comes. And I actually lived this one rather well, but I was like, oh, I don't know whether I can live 1 more. It's going to be real close. So I'm going to give that Mimikyu there a little kiss, and that is going to break the sky. So I'm like, well, I mean, I have to go for Terra here. I have to go for Terra Fairy to get that additional boost on Draining Kiss. Will it one-shot from here? Absolutely not, but my goal was to try and do enough damage so I could get the health back that Mimikyu dishes out to me, or, you know, very, very close. So here it comes. Here's the second Terra Blast from the Mimikyu, on my dash button, and the dash button is actually going to live on 7 of what a clutch live there. Now I'm going to go for the Terror Blast, the Terror Blast Draining Kiss, and that does excellent damage there. Really, when you think about it, that was good. Look at that healing. It does more than the Terror Blast is doing to me, which is great. So they're really going to need a critical hit here to get around my dash button, which they do not get. So I actually got an additional 20 health in that matchup, in that trade-off with the attack there. And the Mimikyu is going to faint to the second one, which is awesome. And now I'm going to get a lot more health back. So incrementally, I was getting more and more health back from the Mimikyu. Now they've used up their Terror here. They've got one more Pokemon left, and that is Decidueye. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to go Draining Kiss again. Here we go. This is going to do a good amount of damage. So I gave that Owl a kiss there, and it almost fainted. Very, very close. And look at my health, all the way back up to full again. That 75% plus the big root is like absolutely wild. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a workup here. I may as well. I can't do anything. Now the Hoothoot's going to go for a Phantom Force. Or the Decidueye, I was calling a Hoothoot there because they're both ours. And then they cancelled on the last turn again. Come on. Like, that's 2 battles in a row. So another salty cancel there at the end. I thought that was a good battle, you know. That was me. If that was me, I would have just played the battle out, you know. But I don't know. There we go. Another salty cancel. Next battle. This is the third and final battle for this video. This is against PIMPNITE. And we have an interesting team here. We've got a Flamigo lead. Now, it's going to be going for double kick. Maybe it's a Scumbag King's Rock set. I got no idea. So I went for the Guillotine. And, of course, Guillotine is going to miss. Basically, that first battle that I had, that was I think that could have been the only battle I had where Guillotine actually landed. So that's the end of a cloth there. We're going to go into Iron Treads. So Iron Treads is going to get its little Quark Drive there. That's going to boost up its speed, because this Pokemon has, you know, reasonably decent speed and attack too. So go for that Thunder from down under, and it lived without a Focus Sash on 1 health. You wouldn't read about it. And the merch is available, people. So go for the body press there, and that is the end of the Flamigo. So that was a crazy live, but it doesn't end there. The next one is Flamigo. It is an entire flock of Flamigos. Now, I got a question for you, people. This is question of the day material here, right? Now, you're not allowed to look this one up on Google either. What is a group of kangaroos called? Now, see if you can guess it. We were doing this today on stream, but what is a group of kangaroos called? You're not allowed to Google it. I want to see if someone knows there, just off the top of your head, like a collection, you know, the collection group for a group of kangaroos. You know, like, for example, a crows is like a murder of crows, right? I'd like to see if anyone can get that, you know, that's maybe not Australian, that hasn't heard me say it before. So anyway, you're back to the battle there, a little bit of trivia. I'll tell you, you know what? I'll tell you in tomorrow's video, all right? How's that? So hopefully I'll remember. If I don't remember tomorrow, I'm going to get severely roasted. So back into our Orthworm here. We're going to go for a Terra now. Orthworm was a Terra Steel. So I thought I could go for Terra Steel Iron Tail and maybe try and do some decent damage here, right? It's quite funny when Orthworm does a Terra move, it sort of wiggles along the ground. It's got chilling water. I'm like, of course it's got chilling water. So that's going to drop my attack. The Iron Tail is going to do nothing to this at all. I get why it's called hopscotch, right? So that's that game where you draw some squares on the ground. I think you draw 4 or 5 squares, but then you draw a square on the left and the right hand side, I think, and then you have to hop and wait. You have to throw like a little, correct me if I'm wrong, like you have to throw like a little beanbag in one. You hop to it, then you hop out, then you throw the beanbag to the next one, then you hop back in. So you got to make sure you do it all in a row without jumping out of the squares. I'm pretty sure that's what hopscotch is, unless I'm completely getting the wrong game. Anyway, so we got a water pulsing Flamigo here, and that is the end of my Amigo Orthworm. So I've got 2 more Pokemon left. We have got Dashbun. So Dashbun is going to have to clutch here because things are looking very, very bad. So here comes Water Pulse. It's actually doing a decent amount of damage too. And I'm going to go for Workup. So I thought I might be able to get like another Workup going and then I could go for Draining Kiss, you know. So here comes another Water Pulse. The next one's going to be dicey whether I'm going to be able to lift that. And of course, Water Pulse is going to confuse Dashbun there with its mighty 20 or 30% chance there. So Dashbun is confused and I got another Workup. I really did, I really pushed this to the limit with like the workups, you know. So like, I need to get these boosts, man. So here comes another one. I lived on, wow, 7 health. I believe I lived on 7 health in the last battle. I think you wouldn't read about I lived on 7 health in the last battle, and then I took the Flamigo out with a draining kiss, which is awesome. I can't believe I just realized that I lived on 7 health and 7 health again. That's crazy. You can't make this up, people. Next Pokemon is going to be Get Off My Lawn. Oh wait, is that because there's like a little Flamigo statue on people's front lawns and stuff, or in their gardens? It kind of reminds me of that game, that Goose game, how you had to like mess up people's gardens and stuff. That was actually pretty fun. Anyway, back to the battle there. I'm rambling. So we've got this, we got a Toxicorp flung at us, right? And I'm going to be badly poisoned. Here comes Detect. So Detect is going to be like a stall tactic for flinging Toxicorp. So they're trying to stall out my Dash Bond. So since I'm badly poisoned now with this, it's going to be... Okay, that was the first turn, so 5 more turns I'm fainting to that. So, or maybe 6, because if I'm going for Draining Kiss, that'll probably maybe like, 7 turns or so. Well, not on this turn, because I didn't get any help back from that, but after this, probably like 5 to 6 turns. So that's going to be the end of that's the 4th one, the 4th Flamigo there. Game Freak was very, they're very creative with this name. Now, the next one is Big Leg Bird, and the shiny's like a lighter pink color. It's not too bad, I guess, sort of like desaturated pink. And we got a Terra normal. So I wonder what this set's gonna be. I know that it doesn't get explosions. I'm like, okay, no, I'm safe from explosions. So go for Draining Kiss. It tanks it rather well there. I am gonna get a good chunk of health back, which is good, bringing me all the way up to full. Now, this is gonna be Terra normal, Mega Kick, with a normal gem. Like, man, this is going to drop really, really hard. I lived it on 25 health. The problem was, right, I'd already taken a fair bit of damage from that Toxicorp that was flung to me before, so the Dash Bun is going to fade. So I got one more Pokemon left. So my last one is 130 defense, which is Garganacl. So I'm like, okay, I should be able to live this easy. And it's got Liquidation. So Liquidation is a 3-hit KO. I went for the Body Press there. Body Press almost takes it out. It was so close. Is another Liquidation, and I'm going to live that one, which is nice, and another Body Press is the end of the Flamigo. So there's only one more Flamigo left here. Now, this was a pretty interesting matchup. It's called Flinch Ingo. I'm like, why is it called that? It's using Air Slash. I lived on 4 health, and they got a flinch right at the end of the battle. That is so lucky. That is just like, get like a packet of salt and pour it over yourself. And that's it, people. That's the end of the 3rd battle. Hope you enjoy this one. I'll catch you next time. Peace.